Mm-hmm.
You worried about that offensive line, JB? Because that's how we left last season with how is that offensive line? Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up from here? So, and that's the thing is an aging Kansas City gonna take a step back because Kelsey's not who he used to be, and Mahomes has not played up to par the last couple of seasons, and then we got Chris Jones who's getting up there in age. Is that gonna play a factor in the next season, or is it still we got to run through Kansas City and Arrowhead to be the man?
Ooh.
I think we got to. Okay.
I think every team in the AFC has to go through Arrowhead regardless. They're just kind of one of those teams.
Because that talk's getting louder and louder. I mean, we got Bags saying that Kansas City, he's already putting bets on Kansas City's not going to make the playoffs.
Yo.
I mean,
Hey, he can make
that's
that
his
bet all
bold
he wants, but
prediction.
that's a
And I'm
crazy
just
one.
gonna say, last year he was right on the JD5. He said JD5 was gonna ball out, and he was right on that. So, I mean, his track record has been on point. So we'll see if Bags' prediction comes into fruition.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. All roads go through Kansas City until they don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that. You know, because I said this before. I didn't hear all this. Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear all this when New England lost once or twice. All roads still went through New England, regardless. And what was the reason why all roads went through New England? Because of Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
So why is that changing because of Patrick Mahomes?
They're thinking Super Bowl hangover because you can definitely have a hangover once you lose in the Super Bowl like that.
Yeah, but you can have you can be one or two. You can look at it one or two ways though. Trey, you can have a hangover and be down, or you can say, "Yo, we just got our ass whooped. Y'all better wake the fuck up and let's play. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it both ways. You can look at it as, yo, these motherfuckers think we over. We got something to prove this year. We got to show these motherfuckers this is still our motherfucking conference. We still the big dogs over here. Wake the fuck up. Let's go. Put on your big pants, strap up and wrap up what you don't want broke up. Let's go.
And there question marks on the wide receivers too. I mean, obviously litigation plays a part. What's happened? You know,
But
I would
with
say
the
the
wide
biggest
receiver core.
question. I would say the biggest question wide receiver to me, who I feel like is going to be or stay consistent more than least, will be Lad McConkey.
yo, we had these same questions with Tom Brady. His receivers. He tried to throw it to. Other than Randy Moss, don't get me wrong. He had Amendola and what's the other one name?
Edelman.
And Edelman, right? But now, let's be honest. Okay? Let's be fucking honest. What defensive coordinator was studying all motherfucking night or all fucking week to shut down Julian Edelman?
No one.
What defensive coordinator was designing or losing sleep over motherfucking Amendola?
But the problem was, Carmen, they were losing sleep over Gronk.
No, they were losing sleep over Tom Brady.
Yes.
They weren't losing sleep
And Bill.
over Amendola or Edelman.
No, they were losing sleep over Gronk.
Oh, okay. They were losing sleep over Gronk. I'll give you that. They were losing sleep over Gronk. Yes,
And, and they were even losing sleep over Gonzalez and Gronk when they were there combined for that short period of time.
Oh, you mean Hernandez?
And my thing is, I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people think that the Chargers and the Broncos are definitely closing that gap.
See,
here's
my problem. Now, listen, this is my problem with Denver, and A-Train could address this after me. Okay? We went first round. We went DB. Okay? First round picks normally pan out. As we've seen with Jerry Jeudy, Noah Font, they haven't. But then we went second round running back, third round receiver. So either one of those guys could miss. We signed Nafunga, Greenlaw, Dobbins today. Was that who we signed today? Dobbins?
Yep.
Yeah, Dobbins today and Evan Ingram. But I felt like we could have signed an emergency room. Because all of those guys, none of them have been consistently healthy in the last 2 years.
Yeah, but again, we're adding depth, and it's not like we wowed everyone with our running back room last season. I mean, if you look on paper, our running back room, I feel like, is already better than it was last season.
No, I agree with you there because Javonte lost all his confidence, I feel like.
He has not been the same guy since his injury.
And Estime really wasn't moving me.
And even talking to the Cowboys fans, they're not huge on Javonte even now.
I mean, but my problem is we all know the talent Nafunga has, but the guy has not really played in 2 years. You know?
Yeah. But when he was playing, he was dominant.
Yes, but Greenlaw's already
Same with Greenlaw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Greenlaw already has a problem with his tricep, and Evan Ingram has injury problems, and so does Dobbins. So I think the key to the Broncos is Bo Nix is going to take a little step back. How far of a step back is he going to take? No, because JD5's bar is so much higher.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Anything for JD5 that's less than the NFC Championship, everyone's going to be like, oh, he took a step back. With
I
Bo
mean,
Nix,
Not
Bo Nix
necessarily.
won 10 games. Bo Nix won 10 games and got better weapons.
but
So
actually,
I and lost in the first round, right? We
actually,
got belted ass by the Bills.
Martinez, if
What's up?
JD
So
throws for 3,400 yards and is a first round knockout, are you going to say he took a step back?
Oh, well, yeah, if that's the case.
But that's still not a bad season with what he's got. I mean, all they did was really give him Debo over
How
there.
much did he do last year?
37 or 3,800 yards.
Either way, he's decreasing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not expecting that. I'm expecting a 4K season. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe not go as far as in the playoffs, but regardless, the guy's probably gonna make a 4,000 passing yard season.
Okay, so Bo Nix had 36 and change and 37. You expected 4,000 out of him?
If not close, I wouldn't see why not, honestly. They've increased much more roles in both those teams.
Okay,
In both sides of those teams, they've increased much more roles when it comes
But
to
look, all right,
depth and scheme.
look, here's the thing. Bo Nix throws for 3,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, right? But y'all make it to the divisional round, and it goes in overtime.
At that point, you can't even be mad. He did all
Not
he
a
could.
step back. That's not a step back.
It's not. That's still not. Yeah, it's not a step back for me at all.
See, here's the thing: we hinder too much on these personal accolades,
And we put too much pressure on them too.
we concentrate too much on individual accolades in a team sport. This shit ain't tennis. This shit ain't golf.
I love that.
and that's why I personally think the Broncos can at least win 10 games because our defense is going to keep
Like when in 2018, Ben threw for 5,100 yards. Who gives a fuck? We ain't do shit.
Yeah. Speaking
Like
facts,
what good is a 5,000 yard season with a wild card exit?
you could say the same thing for Aaron Rodgers. He has what 5 MVPs and 1 Super Bowl.
This is my point exactly. Peyton Manning.
Yep, Peyton Manning.
Like my point exactly. Listen. I don't give a rat's ass. Hey yo, Ben ain't got no fucking MVPs. He got 2 Super Bowls, 3 appearances. I look upon that way more than his fucking individual achievements.
Yep.
Because listen, we understand this is a team sport. This is a team sport. Team. Emphasis on team. Who gives a rat's ass about individual accolades if my team is not winning?
But Coach Carmen, just to touch on the Broncos, how do you feel about the players they signed and their injury history
And you saying their history?
of being hurt? Yeah.
I mean, listen, injuries are a part of football. It's a barbaric sport. You know what I mean? It's a barbaric sport. It's like that deep sea fishing. Like deep sea fishing, I think is the most dangerous profession in the world. Right? Shit happens when you out at sea. Shit happens in between those motherfucking numbers, in between those sidelines. Shit happens. You know what I mean? It's not too much. You can't control injuries. Like you can't control that because
You can control habits though.
the same way. Listen, the same way I'm trying to take my head off your shoulders. You're trying to take my head off my shoulders. How are you going to control whether or not this guy diggle smacks and mollywops the fuck out of me?
I see.
How can you
Yeah,
control that?
that's true.
You can't control that. You
You
can't.
can't.
You can't control.
It's a recklessness mentality. I get what you mean, right?
You can't control me stretching out for a ball, me catching it, dude picking me up and dumping me in the back of my head into the ground. You can't control that. But what I do like is that y'all added to y'all backfield, right? Denver added to their backfield. And when you add a power runner like Dobbins, what you're adding is clock management.
Yeah.
Clock control.
Yes.
You're adding time of possession control.
Yes.
That's what you're adding to your team.
Actually, before we
Yep, they upgraded at coach. Pete Carroll is, great coach. The quarterback because Gardner Minshew was buns, and they decided to go with Geno Smith. I think that's a slight upgrade. I don't think Geno Smith wow anybody, but I think that's definitely an upgrade. Brock Bowers just came off a ridiculous season, and then they added Genty at running back. So, to me, I think they should be better, but I'm still not sold on the Raiders personally. They'll be more
I was
competitive.
just gonna say, how many wins did they have last year?
Well, my question is, do you think
I think.
Pete Carroll will overrun Genty?
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Listen, I don't know why. Okay, I can't place my finger on it. I really can't. But there is something about Genty. He's not going to be the guy everybody thinks he's going to be.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't on it. All right, I can't. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can't put my finger on it. But it's just when I watch him play, I think he's just going to be a guy. I do. He's just going to be a guy. And and I'm going to tell you why. Well, one reason why. Why is when I saw him in the playoff game against Penn State, okay, I saw how hard it was for him to get around and get through the front seven of Penn State, right? And then you look at it like, well, damn, that's the closest thing to an NFL line that he's played all season.
Yeah.
It took him 30 fucking carries to get 100 yards. So he's not getting 30 carries in the NFL. He won't last that long.
Nope. Well, Genty?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that they've already went and changed his stance and everything like that, and I think that's gonna make a difference.
See, here's my thing. You know what? I got to do more research on him. I got to look at his yards after contact. I got to look at his numbers in between the tackles. I don't know too much about him as far as individuals, as far as his stats, his accolades and stats and things of that nature in college. Which we all know college don't mean shit anyway once you get to the NFL.
No,
Nothing.
the translation's so different.
Fucking thing in the NFL, absolutely nothing. But it's just that when I look at him, I just don't see that bright that name in bright lights. Just don't it does not light up for me. It just doesn't. Doesn't. And you know what it is too. And you know what it is too. Look at the last couple of dominant. Oh my God! What the fuck running backs in college? Ain't none of these motherfuckers did shit in the NFL. Melvin Gordon was supposed to be the fucking generational talent. Where the fuck he at? Working at Walmart.
Well, Coach Common, I'm going to disagree with you there because in my eyes, I think Genti is probably the fourth best running back I've ever watched in college. And I'm going to put Marshall Falk ahead of him in college, Reggie Bush ahead of him in college, and Barry Sanders.
I mean, yeah, no. Barry
I'm
Sanders is forever Barry Sanders. I'll say that much.
Southgate for college, I can give you that.
But now, when you say that's the best front seven he faced, and it's as closest to an NFL front seven, I agree with you. But he also faced it with a Boise State line.
Oh, absolutely. No, he did. He did. You're right.
You know, if he would have faced it with an Alabama line and had 30 carries, 100 yards, I would have agreed with you.
Right. No, and I get that. And you know, I'm a line guy, so I take heavy stock into the line. I do, but it wasn't just the line, Southgate. It was how easy he was able to be brought down.
Well, we all know. I mean, I don't think he's a power runner.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Easy it was for them to bring him down.
I agree.
It wasn't just that the line was bad. I'll give you that. I will give you the line was bad.
But my question to you is, Common, we know Pete Carroll likes the bell cow running back.
And I don't see him as a bell cow.
That's my question. Can he handle the bell cow workload?
I don't know about that.
I don't see him being as, you know what? I don't see him being durable as fucking Marshawn Lynch.
Like I'll ask, who was the number one? I mean, who was the second running back taken? Hampton, correct?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think the gap is between Gentry and Hampton. The kid from North Carolina.
Yeah, some people had Hampton as the best running back in that class.
Yes.
Honestly, some people liked him more.
I mean, I remember Bo saying he wanted Hampton in the first round, right?
He's a scatterboo cat.
Oh, that's the hell with Scatterbo. I don't think Scatterbo's going to be good at all.
If anything, if he was in fullback, he'd be decent. But
what do you guys see the Chargers doing? No, they've made a lot of improvements.
Yeah, see that is the team I am most afraid of.
The Chargers.
Yes.
But
why?
One more.
That's my thing. Why the Chargers? Like, hold on. Like, why?
Look, one more thing about Gentry. This is another thing. Not only will he be able to be that cowbell running back, but is Geno Smith going to be able to have enough success passing for a coordinator to back his safety up?
I'm gonna say no because I think Geno Smith was carried a lot by his wide receivers in Seattle, and he does not have the same wide receivers in the Raiders.
Right. So now you're facing that safety in the box, which is going to make it that much harder for Jensen
Very true.
because because of the lack of respect for Geno Smith.
And now, back to the Chargers, JB. The reason why I fear the Chargers even more than the Chiefs is because that Chargers defense is for real. I honestly think so. And I think Herbert is possibly, everyone's got their top five quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he's right outside there, 6'7". Uh, Herbert can throw the ball, and if they can get him a couple weapons, and he has been the Chargers have been the Broncos' Achilles heel. We haven't been able to beat them. Um, I think Herbert can make some noise.
And yeah, I'm gonna tell you why the Chargers they don't scare me, but I'm looking forward to watching their season because of Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's teams, Jim Harbaugh's teams,
Jim Harbaugh
time
scares me what he can do for them
year
teams, man.
after year, they get better and better. From the NFL to college back to the NFL. Each year he's there, they get better.
Yep.
Each year he's at the helm and head coach. The team gets better. Look at the progression of Michigan when he was there.
No, facts.
Look at the progression of the San Francisco 49ers while he was there. They get better and better. So I don't have no faith in Herbert yet. He has yet to give me a reason to have faith in him. But I do have a little confidence and faith in Jim Harbaugh because he has given me reason to.
I agree.
He has shown me in the past that you give him time and I will build you a team.
Yeah. He's made water turn to fine wine. I will say that. He has turned water into some fine wine in the past.
I'm not going to say it's so much Herbert. I'm going to say my faith is more in Jim Harbaugh than Herbert. But make no mistake,
Hold on, I'm just
So
thinking.
Okay, we lost Alvin.
ultimately, yeah, his phone probably died. So
Oh,
ultimately,
I didn't even know.
let's go over like the winning totals for everybody. So what do you guys see the Raiders coming to? Overall
How many
record.
wins?
Yeah, how many wins this year do you see the Raiders getting?
7 wins.
7 wins.
Sick.
I actually, that's probably the number I was thinking of, is 7 as
actually,
well for the Raiders. Yeah.
let's break it down like this. What do you guys see the Raiders doing in the division?
Hmm.
I would probably see them obviously getting swept by the Chiefs. Definitely probably getting swept by the Broncos. If things do go not in so much of their favor, but even then, if things go great, I don't think I see them beating the Broncos. The Chargers, maybe I can see them splitting. I think that's where I can see them getting the win.
So you have one win in the division.
I do. I do,
Okay.
unfortunately. And that probably would be the Chargers.
Me, dude, I don't know. I think I think it's gonna come down to them possibly getting they might be able to snatch up two dubs in that. To be honest with you,
I hear you.
here come Common's trying to come back. It seems.
Yeah, get him back. Coach, you there?
I really like this little ticker. That's pretty cool.
I don't think he's here yet.
7 wins. Tina's.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see them probably getting any more than 7 wins.
Yeah, I see them going.
I just feel like they're in a
7.
very tough division. Honestly, I just feel like they're in one of those divisions where it's pretty tough to just go by, especially when you have to deal with KC twice, and then on top of that, Denver, which are arguably two of like the probably. I would say. Would I say Denver's probably top 5 AFC? That's a good. If not, they're definitely top 7 at minimum.
There he is.
Trey, what's that vision?
I said 7 wins for the Raiders. I said 7 wins, 1 division win.
How
Like
many
Tina.
divisional wins do you see them getting?
1. I see them winning 1 game against the Chargers. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually the one I picked too. Was the Chargers. I see the Chargers won't win.
I don't know, man. It's like I love you, Southgate, but I don't see what you fear in the Chargers. I can get the defense, but their offense has been a little.
Dude, it's because of the coach, bro.
No, I ain't about to lie though. Yeah, like I'm not gonna discredit Jim Harbaugh, especially for what he can do. But he's in a different team now. Like he's not with the 49ers. He's with a totally different organization. We don't know what he's gonna do yet. We don't know how he's gonna plan that team out. Like we've seen coaches do really good with some teams and not so great with others. Bill Parcells is a big reference to that one.
I'm sorry, Keith. What was that about Parcells?
What I'm saying is Parcells is a great coach, but he wasn't great on all of his teams, is what I'm saying. It's kind of like the same thing. Like, we don't really know what Jim is going to do for the Chargers. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I will definitely give him his flowers. I mean, man went to a ring. Man's got a ring. I'll give him his flowers. You know, great coach, but it's with a different team now. So, different culture, different emphasis. Even though he's obviously going to bring his culture to the table, but how are they going to respond is my thing.
Yeah, that's a good valid point right there. How they're gonna respond. I mean, dude, the thing is though, is it's just they're a different beast, man. I mean, you got Harbaugh there, coach, and he ain't no slouch, man. Look what he did. Look what he did with the Niners back in the day, man.
For sure.
I mean, dude, he had Kaepernick come off the bench and fucking go in there and play in the Super Bowl, bro. Take him through the playoffs like that. You know, Alex Smith was turned from trash to treasures at that point.
Calvin, you there?
You guys hear me?
Yep, we hear you, Coach. You were here. You know, that's kind of like my whole thing with it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to disrespect Justin Herbert. I think he's definitely a decent quarterback. But, I don't know. I don't see him highly up there as what most people make him seem. Like, to me, like, he's definitely, for me, in my top 10. But I could not put him high on that list. He's probably, like, 9 or 8 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Over the years, they have tried to sell all of us on Herbert.
Yep.
And Herbert has done everything in his power to make sure that sale didn't go through.
Yep.
I feel like
regardless of the coach, I've seen his performance, his throws, his decision making be completely wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen him throw interceptions to cause his team playoff games. I've seen his decision making cost his team playoff games.
Yeah.
Case in point, the Jacksonville Jaguars. He cost them that game.
Don't get me started, Jags crew.
You know what I mean? He started, no, I'm saying, but he cost them that game. It wasn't
You're right though.
it wasn't the coaching,
Nope.
it was him.
Yeah. Because they have a great team. They had a great team.
So like I said, I got faith in Harbaugh because I know Harbaugh team get better the longer he's there.
Yeah.
But as far as Herbert, he's got to show me something different. Because right now, the only thing I got to go off of is his resume that he's put forth so far. And that resume is not moving me at all.
Yeah, I'm not moved by it, really. I mean, the thing is, though, is I do got to give him a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying, as a chance to really
Improve.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get
improve. Oh no, sorry, something came up.
No,
I
you're
started reading
good. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See what you're thinking.
we owe it to Harbaugh to give him an opportunity under Harbaugh.
Yep.
Right? You know what I'm saying? We owe that to Jim Harbaugh. All right, let's see what you got under this coach. But I can tell you right now, this is year 2.
Excuse me.
He don't show me nothing by next season, and I'm gonna let you know right now, Herbert ain't gonna be nothing but a Carson Wentz.
Oh my God, you made me choke on my water. Dear God, why would you ever make that statement? What the heck?
Because
Carson? Let's not go that far. Come on. No.
if he don't do nothing by this year and next year, dog, you're a Carson Wentz to me.
That's tough. That's tough, right?
It's the worst part about all of that statement is he's actually not too far out of that realm. That's the worst part about it.
Tell you, when Herbert had the good offense, he had no defense. We had a good defense, he had no offense. And that's the truth.
Yo, his defense didn't cost him that playoff game. He did.
And listen, I'm not saying he helped, but I remember Zay Flowers, Kirk, a couple guys on Jacksonville getting 50, 60-yard touchdowns. He wasn't playing DB.
Right. But I also saw him have an opportunity to put away a game and he throw an interception.
I agree with you.
So
I'm not wrong there, but should that defense have surrendered such a lead?
No, listen.
With that being said, honest opinion, without being biased, who do you guys see winning your guys' divisions? I mean, between the AFC West and let's see the division winners and the runner up. Who's gonna make the top 2 spots in the AFC West and the AFC North? Adrian, what do you think?
I see all 3 teams in the AFC West going back. I think 12, 11, and 10 win games. Put it in what the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Broncos are going to be there again. I think the Raiders are going to be the odd man out. I think you can interchange them in any order, and it's not going to be crazy. I think each one of those 3 teams could win 12 games. I think they could win 11 games, and I think they could win 10 games. That's just my opinion.
I agree with A-Trend. I think it's a crapshoot at the end of the season. I mean,
I think the AFC West is going to come down to the healthiest team is going to be the division winner. I see all 3 of them also representing in the playoffs. In the AFC North, I see it being Baltimore and Pittsburgh with the same shit, different toilet.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh first round exit. John Harbaugh being John Harbaugh. not doing what got him the division record or what got him the second seed or first seed, whatever he is next year. Not using what got him there and thinking of some mastermind game plan that never fucking works in the playoffs and in the same old shit.
Yeah, man, I really like the three teams making it. In the AFC, in the West. But I just don't. That North, man. I think it. I think Cincinnati's going to do something in the North this year. I think the Ravens. I think they're going to be the two outstanding ones in the North. To be honest with you, I just don't. With Tomlin, as long as Tomlin's there, unless he hits like a crap shot on this quarterback, and Rodgers does something, I think Tomlin's time to pack it up and get out of there, and Pittsburgh needs to go back to the drawing board. It's too much mid.
Common,
It's too much mid, man.
Common, do you see Pittsburgh being better than Cincinnati this year? Non-biased.
I see us splitting. I see us. Well, look, we know quarterback play is going to be better, right? We already know that.
Yeah, of course.
We know quarterback play is going to be better. The only part we don't know whether or not it's going to be better is, well, no. We know Pittsburgh's defense is going to be better. So I see us splitting. And I think it's going to come down to health. I think it's going to come down to whichever team is healthier in December. Whichever team is healthier in December.
I got to be honest with you, and I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. I don't see Rodgers making the whole season.
Really?
It's fair.
Wow.
You better bring context before saying that.
I think it's a very dude. I've always thought it's a very good fit for Rodgers and Tomlin. It's just, dude, he's so. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how much better he can move this year. I mean, you've seen him last year. The dude's like flat-footed. He couldn't move. He couldn't do anything. You know.
I mean, he's a 41-year-old quarterback.
I get that he's 41, but he's coming off the ACL or the Achilles. That's what I'm saying is, and if I remember correctly, I mean, a lot of the reason that like Big Ben was getting just trampled back there in Pittsburgh. I mean, how was your guys' O line? I mean, going into this year, I mean, you guys able to even keep that Statue of Liberty standing up?
That's the thing. Like I said, that's the thing. This will be their second year as a unit. You know what I mean? Like in theory.
Common, I heard you on many lives say it takes at least 3 years for a line to gel.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's why I said in theory, you would hope they would be better. In theory. But whether or not that comes to fruition on the field remains to be seen. I like my center. I like Frazier. Okay, I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about the draft pick from last season. He's hurt all season, so I ain't see him play. The other second year player, the other guard, decent, nothing to write home about. Benton, the eldest one on the team, he's mid. He's mid. You know, he's mid. Straight mid. What I'm anticipating is enough repetitions for them to grow and gel together better as a unit this second year. But it's a fair take because Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old, playing in the AFC North.
Hey Trey, what do you feel? Oh, Trey, not there.
You're on
Because
mute, A Train.
as we say, if Miles Garrett gets a hold of him,
Muted, Trey.
What's up?
if Miles Garrett gets a hold of him, that might be his last play.
How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers' health holding up?
No, I was agreeing with you. Like, it's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be tough for him to last all season long, and I just think Aaron Rodgers is a shell of what he used to be. He might put up decent numbers. He might get fucking the Steelers to the playoffs, but outside of that, it's gonna be one and done.
Hey, yo,
If he can make it that far.
I ain't gonna hold you. Now you know what would save Aaron Rodgers? What would really save Aaron Rodgers?
A good running game.
Not just a good running game. If you were to change the offense to a West Coast offense and he learned it.
Oh yeah, well you know he ain't gonna do that. Here's the deal: you're not gonna see no more motions. You're not gonna see nothing trickery. You're gonna see the exact same thing you've seen with the Jets last year. Aaron Rodgers doesn't like to do motion or any of that. Like,
It's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. The smart money will be to convert that offense to
right?
offense to a West Coast offense to a two-step drop and that ball's the fuck out your hand so you don't get hit.
All right, now I got a complete hypothetical for the panel. Let's say Aaron Rodgers kind of balls out, and let's just say he goes as far as the championship game or something. Does he come back next year, or is this his last season?
Mm.
Nah,
I think he's done.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
done.
too.
So this is
I think so too.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, he only signed a 1-year contract this year too. I think he just
Oh,
became the
I know.
highest.
Well,
He just became the highest paid player ever.
And him like waiting out to get this shit figured out with his family issues, I get that. But everyone was waiting for you, and it took this long for you to finally get signed to the team. I don't know. It's all just a show. I feel like it's always just a show with him.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
really
can never really
necessarily
tell
say all that.
with him.
so wait, Common, let me ask you a question.
I would just say he has ego in him.
I mean,
He's a
Common,
sense of
how do
enigma.
you feel about Mike Tomlin? I'm sorry, hold on.
You're good.
How
Yeah,
much do
no,
you-
like I definitely see where you guys are getting at, but in my eyes, I just see Aaron Rodgers very just overly confident, and I've constantly seen
put
it
him
since
and
barely growing up in age.
right off into the sunset.
That what is that ringtone? That is actually
Like,
not
do we
ringtone.
think Kirk Cousins is the same guy? Do we really think Kirk Cousins is the same guy anymore?
No, absolutely not.
Same thing.
Don't
I
even
think he
get
falls under that category where it's like, yeah,
So, Common, this is
can he start for a team?
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
No, finish. No, I apologize.
No, you're
me.
good.
I think their best option was Rodgers though over Kirk Cousins. Absolutely.
Oh, 100.
Rodgers has actually been there, done that. One, you know what I mean. I know you got to deal with more of a headache
Yeah.
with him than Kirk Chains. But the thing is, man, at the end
Yep.
of the day, who is actually going to get you and propel you past that point? And I'm sorry, dude, but if you don't have an offensive line, Kirk Cousins has proven that he can't do it. He can't do it if he
True.
ain't got a running
Very
back.
true.
He can't do it if you're no play action. I mean, you look what happened to Atlanta last year. They were flying high. I mean, the Falcons were. Up until they changed the offense and they stopped doing play action. As soon as they stopped the play action, they had major problems in that offense with Kirk Cousins being able to stand up in that pocket. The offense would turn to trash, and then soon, the next thing you know, Here comes Penix. I think they set him up to fail, to be honest with you.
Okay, now I have another hypothetical for you, and we all know how Common feels about Tomlin. if Aaron Rodgers say wins 6 games this year, would Tomlin be held responsible?
I got a good question too.
That's a good question. I would say the best
Oh,
answer on that would just based on the game. That would go by a game to game basis.
now say that again, Gate.
If let's just say Pittsburgh wins 6 games, 7 games this year, would Tomlin be held responsible?
Absolutely, he's that coach.
No, I'm just saying if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt or
Look,
doesn't
look,
pull out or
Roger,
just
look, you
paid.
want Aaron Rodgers there.
Well, actually, let me ask you this, Calvin. Do you think it was more ownership or Tomlin that wanted Rodgers?
I think,
That's another good
no,
question.
listen, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it was an equal desire,
Wow.
equal one. I think both of them wanted it. I think both of them wanted it because in our quarterback situation, due to our quarterback situation, that was our best option.
True.
So I think both wanted it. See, I ain't gonna hold you. Dwayne Haskins unalive fucked up everything.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Coach, do you think this is gonna be Mike Tomlin's first losing season?
not to be ill to unalive, but when he passed away 20 days, 20 whatever, how many days before the draft, no, it seems like we've been scrambling ever since.
Yep,
Because
I think Haskins could have saved your
yeah,
guys' franchise.
So wait, Coach, like JB said, do you think this could be Tomlin's first losing season?
and see, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid some way, somehow, he's still going to squeak out 9 games. I
He
think
is best at it.
It,
now,
it's pretty much my question is if Tomlin wins 11 games, savior, but if he wins 7 and Rodgers gets hurt, he's not going to be held accountable.
not,
Nah, he would be held accountable.
listen, he's going to be held accountable. He's going to be held accountable, and I'm going to tell you why.
He always has.
Well, one, he's head coach, right? Two, there were other quarterbacks out there, and you brought back fucking Mason fucking Rudolph, right? Like seriously, like you brought back Mason Rudolph to be our starter.
Let's see here. Let's see how many people were in the free
Well,
agency
actually,
besides
Tom,
Mason.
let me ask you one more question.
My bad.
Would you have rather Pittsburgh have kept Russell or Justin?
I'd have rather him kept Russell than bring back Mason Rudolph. Matter of fact, I'd have rather you brought back Justin Fields than brought back Mason Rudolph. I'd rather you.
Yeah, but Coach, but what he's asking is which one would you rather have, Russell or Justin?
If you rather the off.
I'd rather have. See, you know what? It's kind of funny because there was games where you saw certain plays. You're like, damn, Justin would have ran for the first, and then you'll see another play and be like, damn, wouldn't have been able to make that throw. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a catch fucking 22. You feel me? Like it's like for instance, the Washington game, right? I don't think Justin makes that throw. I don't think Justin makes that over the shoulder throw for the game-winning touchdown. I don't think Justin has that touch. I don't think he has that ball control to make that throw. But then you look at the Baltimore game, Christmas. If Justin Fields makes that scramble, that's a fucking touchdown. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a catch-22. Like you're damned if you do, and if you don't. The bottom line is, and I'm gonna be 100% with you. The bottom line is they waited too long to get a successor. The year Ben hurt his elbow just by
Yep.
throwing the ball, not from a hit, not from the way he fell and landed on it. He tore a tendon or something like that in his elbow just from throwing it.
Tommy John. He Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
So wait, so what you're getting at, coach, is because of Justin leaving, do you think that had to do with his inconsistency?
No, I think they didn't see what they wanted to see in Justin.
Okay.
I think they didn't see what they wanted to see, but I also think that he didn't get a fair shot either.
Agree. I agree with that.
I
A lot of
also
people do say that.
shot because you go 4-2, and then this bitch ass motherfucker doesn't get cleared, and now you gonna snatch him out. I mean, that's a I mean, like that's a slap in the face. Unless it was already told to you, yo, dog, you're going to start now, but when Russell gets healthy, he gets cleared, he's starting. Now, if that was told to Just, then no, it's not a slap in the face. But if you're patting this man on the back, giving him kudos, telling him he's playing good, and this, that, and the third, then all of a sudden Russell gets cleared. Now you want to call him in the office and say, "Yo, I think we're gonna go with Russell this weekend." That's a slap in the face when I'm 4-2.
Wait, no. I think you're talking about when Justin won 2 games and lost 2 games?
No. When Russell Wilson took over, we were four
Russell, okay, after,
under
my bad.
Fields.
Got you. Okay, my bad. I was a little confused on your statement.
I know you guys want to wrap this up soon, so I'm going to hit you with one more. T-Nice,
Yes, sir.
is it championship game or bust for Lamar or what?
You know, I've been trying to ask myself that question for a while. If all the pieces fit well, I'm hoping. Now, the percentage of that happening, I'm going to be honest, is not as high as some people think. Especially if you look at it from other teams, and especially from the way everybody is looking. Like, I'll be honest, I think every team probably, besides the Detroit Lions that were in the playoffs, have heavily improved. Heavily. Every single one of them. So that, to me, it's like, yes, I feel like we've improved, but it's also to the fact that other teams have improved. So with that, that's really hard to say. That to me is very hard to say. Do I think they have a very high chance? Yeah, I definitely think they probably have, arguably, probably right now, without even, thinking of what's going to happen going into the season, because we don't know in the end. That's the thing. We're not going to know until we see it. That's the
Actually,
problem.
you think you have the team to beat every team in the AFC?
Wait, re-say that again? My bad. You cut it on the end.
Do you think you have the team to beat every team in the AFC and at least make it to the championship game?
At least once, yeah.
No, this year.
I
No, hey,
That's once again very hard to say. I can't answer that fully because here's the problem with that, and it's kind of like what you guys have said before. At some point at the end of the day, you kind of have to go against Kansas City in the end. And I've even told this to JB,
So
like, yeah, you can have all the great players, but at the end of the day, like, I think we're better than Buffalo. I think we'll do better than Buffalo. But I think where our thorn is going to be this year is Kansas City. It's going to be just Kansas City. That's where it's going to be at. I think right now we're doing better than Buffalo. We're doing better than Cincy. We're doing better than Pittsburgh. We're doing better than Denver. We're doing better than a lot of these other teams right now in the AFC. I think like the only team right now really in our way at this point for me would be the Chiefs. Honestly.
All right. So same question to Train. Train, what do you think?
And yo, I will say though, I will say one thing: is championship or bust. I feel as though it's championship or bust for Harbaugh.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think it's
not,
I think it's I think it's
but I can see
definitely.
championship or bust for Harbaugh though.
Yeah, I definitely think Tomlin and Harbaugh, even though because Harbaugh did just get that contract extension though, didn't he?
Oh well, my main question.
Both of them did. Both of them did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
even though they got this extension, I think they're both in the hot seat.
But
No,
yeah,
no.
they
But
are.
what I'm saying is, my main question is, if Lamar has another performance in the playoffs like he did last year, can you just say this guy don't shine when the lights are on?
See, that's a problem, Southgate, that I feel like a lot of people
I
misconcept
don't
is
know if
that
it's necessary.
a team isn't based on an
Wait.
individual.
1 second, Tinas. I want to get a non-biased report.
I don't think
Okay.
it's necessarily that he can't shine in the brightest lights. I think when it comes down to the biggest moment, you know what I mean? I look at that because the bright lights you can consider like Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, prime time, right? Big games, right? Those are considered big games, and he wins them. He didn't have a problem with them. I mean, he can go to the playoffs. He's won a game, what? One game in the playoffs, 2 games in the playoffs. I mean, but when it comes down to that higher like talent level, maybe, I don't know, like there's a difference. You have, like your Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, there's a difference. Your Big Ben and Tom Brady, there's a difference, right? There's a step in between, and I think the same thing exists right there. Is that Lamar Jackson might be that dude in the regular season. He might be able to win you a playoff game or two. But at the end of the day, if he's got to go face toe to toe with Mahomes, it's shown, and so with Allen as well, it's shown that that right there, their lights kind of fade.
What do you think, Train?
Well, so he's part of the big four, right? Does he fall out of that big four if he doesn't get it done again? I don't know, because technically he should have won MVP. I mean, you definitely have a good argument for Josh Allen winning MVP, but Lamar just came off one of his best seasons ever. So it's hard to kick him out of the big four, if he doesn't win, because I don't know if just winning in the playoffs is the most important thing, because I mean, he's a multiple time MVP, but he does have to get over that hump. If he was to beat Mahomes in the playoffs, if he was able to get past the AFC Championship, at least make a Super Bowl appearance, then we can say he's definitely the big four. He's definitely in the top four, top five. But until he does that, he's just going to kind of sit towards the bottom of that five. He's not going to be the number one or number two guy. So to me, he's going to have to get past the AFC Championship. I don't know. It's hard to say.
In my opinion, I think when Lamar Jackson's career is over, it's going to be very similar to Aaron Rodgers. A bunch of MVPs and one Super Bowl win.
Hey,
He's
hey,
got to get that one.
hey,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you're
think
giving him more grace than I am. I'm not even giving him a Super Bowl. I don't even give him an appearance.
I think
No,
he.
I think he'll get an appearance. I think we'll get an appearance. I think where it's gonna boil down to is if we win or not.
I just think he falls short, bro. That's
What
it.
do you think,
Hey,
Robin?
he has before, and honestly, there's no disregards in me saying to disagree or agree because we've seen it. So
I,
So,
I listen, I think Mar. See, here's the thing: the the production of Lamar actually, that's on him. How he plays, decision making he makes, how he throws the ball, placement of the ball. When he decides to run, use his legs to extend the play or run up the field. His field vision, all that. That's on Lamar. Whether or not they make that championship game or that Super Bowl appearance, that's a team thing. That's a team thing. I mean, we've seen quarterbacks play lights out. It's
Dan
other
Marino.
and it's other aspects of their team that do not allow them to make the Super Bowl or to win a playoff game or to advance
Mm-hmm.
in the playoffs. Like we've seen that before. So in the end, I mean, I put it like this: as of right now, Harbaugh and his leadership as a coach, and Jackson and his leadership as the captain of the team quarterback, they need to ask their team a question. Do we want to be known as the motherfucking 80 and 90 Dolphins? Or do we want to motherfucking be known as, or not, I mean, do we want to be known as the Dolphins or the Buffalo Bills? Do we want to be in the same category with them? Or do we want to be in the category of the Niners, Cowboys, Steelers, and Packers? Chiefs.
Well, actually,
Patriots.
you already answered my question. And A-Train, I'm going to ask you this next. Common, when his career's over, does he have Dan Marino, Super Bowl appearance, no win? Or Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl win, maybe one?
Well, that's what I said.
No, I'm saying, what do you think he'll have when his career is over?
To be honest, I think we'll see it this year.
I do too.
I think we'll see it. I think that will be determined this year. I honestly believe that question that you just asked will be answered this season. If he makes his appearance and doesn't win, there's your answer. He becomes Dan Marino.
Samuel Jackson was the first one to ask it.
If he makes his appearance and wins it, there you go, Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Yep.
I think we will have our answer this year because, to be honest with you, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. If they don't get to I'm gonna keep it a bit. If they don't get to the Super Bowl, I see John Harbaugh getting released. I see a new coach coming in there, and I see the team getting dismantled.
Yes.
I have faith. I have faith in Lamar. I think Lamar gets over the hump. I do. I think they do win it.
I see a new coach coming in there. If Harbaugh was to get released, I see a new coach coming in there, making moves, moving pieces around, and not being the same Baltimore team that was there before.
I don't see that happening personally, but that's just my opinion.
If everybody's got time for one more question, I'm just curious. Who's going to finish last in the AFC East? I mean, everybody thinks New England's going to come in second. It's going to be the Jets or the Dolphins?
Jets.
Jets.
Well,
Just end the suffering. Jets stands for just end the suffering, or just end the season. That's what Jets stands for.
Just
that one I
That's
got
good.
from Jake. I love that saying.
I know. I'm just saying, if Tua is not healthy and can't go and gets another concussion, I mean,
that's kind of my issue too.
They still are going to have a better record than the Jets.
Okay, fair enough.
My opinion.
I love you, but are you sure about that?
Yes,
I don't think a lot of people have Tua's QB decision making. No offense, and even then, I feel like that decision making is going to be really debunked after these concussions he's had.
If Tua can stay healthy, the Dolphins are a lot better than the Jets.
That's a question we've been asking ourselves, A-Train, for like 2 years now, bro.
Hey, yo, listen.
I'd let my money ride on the Dolphins over the Jets.
I don't see Caleb Williams or Justin Fields making
it. Does need to retire.
Hey, try that, yeah.
Neither one of them.
So
I hear y'all.
That being said, I want to know final closing. I want to hear your closing. Your picks for your. Oh man, I lost it. I want to know what you think your record's going to be at this end of the year. We're going to close on that tonight, you guys. A-Train, what do you see the Broncos doing this year? What do you think them going?
Realistically, I see 11 wins. I see definitely a ceiling of 13. I see a floor of 10. I'm just going to go 11 to play it safe. So give me 11 wins. Denver Broncos make the playoffs. Hopefully can get a playoff win.
Coach, you're on mute.
Yeah, I see like I said, in the AFC West, I see the healthiest team in December winning that division. That's how tight it is. As far as Pittsburgh, our ceiling being 10, our 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 basement 6, our basement 6, and if we do get to the 10 and sneak in the playoffs, first round exit again, draft purgatory between 15 and 25
Stay
again,
mid.
again.
Southgate, where do you see your Broncos going, bro? What do you see them getting?
So scary, but I see the ceiling at 11. Um, and I hate to say it. I just, I just think they need one more year to gel. I mean, they got a lot of rookies and free agents that I'm not sure how they're gonna gel together, and I think that has a lot to do with the way Sean Payton put this team together. If they could gel together, I can see them winning 11, 12 games. But if they don't, I can see them winning 8 or 9. And that's all it comes to it. And it comes, like I said before, it comes a lot down to health.
Yep.
We all our free agents we signed have all been injured in the last 2 years. So all these guys, which are all, I believe, uh, very good, if not great players, are they going to be healthy? If they're healthy and they play, then I think Denver's going to be a serious problem.
Yep. I agree. See, Casey. Tinez, what do you think about your beloved Ravens?
Honestly, ceiling wise, I see us between 15 and 2, 14 and 3.
You see what?
15 and 2, 14 and 3
Yeah, I heard
season.
you there earlier today. That's right, or yesterday.
Because the thing is like the only team I see is really at a really 50-50 on like win or lose will probably be Detroit in my eyes. We always split with Pittsburgh every year. We've been sweeping Cincy for I don't know how many years lately. I mean we are literally 6-1 against them with Lamar. So it's like I see us sweeping them. I honestly feel like we'll probably lose to Kansas City, but I see us getting a revenge game in Buffalo for week 1. That's mostly why I see us going 15 and 2. The only losers I really see us having is probably flooring wise, it'll probably be another 12 and 5, you know, 11 wins. And if that's the case, I'll be happy with that. I'll even be satisfied with that. But I do see us probably being in a top 2, if not top 3 conversation for AFC.
And JB, before we end, I just want to make one hot take.
Well, first I want to say,
Okay,
I think the Chiefs, this year, I think our floor is, oh boy, I think we're like an 11 and 6. A floor of 11 and 6, and a ceiling of 14 and 3. I don't know about us making it back to the Super Bowl this year, to be honest with you. Playoffs, yeah, I could definitely see. But Super Bowl, past years, I've definitely thought totally different. You know what I mean? But
You don't think you guys are going to at least make an appearance?
dude, You're talking 4 years in a row, bro. Only team I ever known that's made it
And
4 years in a row is the Buffalo Bills.
true. Yeah.
So
True.
I don't know. Hot take, man. I think I think my
The
hot
Giants will
take.
be
I
better
think
than
I
the
think the hot
Cowboys.
take will be this. I think my hot take will be this. I think the Raiders are going to surprise a lot more people and put up a more fight than another. Let's see this. Okay, let's see this. I think the Raiders put up a fight with the Chargers this year for
I can
third
see that.
place. For third place,
That's not a
I think
crazy
the
take.
Raiders are going to come out a little bit more surprised than what people think. I think what's his face, Pete Carroll's really good at meshing teams together, man. You know, and if he sticks by his philosophy, I mean, he's had good success with Geno. He's got a running game. We'll see how that pans out. Wide receiver core, we'll see how that pans out. I think he's still got some hope over there, but man, it's gonna be a good season, guys.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you my NFL hot take after what Coach Carmen told me today that AR is going to miss minicamp, and I don't think he's good, Daniel Jones, but his best year came with a healthy Saquon, and that's a weak division. And I think he is going to be comeback player of the year. And I don't even think he's a good quarterback.
Wow.
I just see that NFL storyline.
And you know, I don't think Sam Darnold's gonna make it either. But Tina's, let's. I want to hear a hot take from everybody. Let's, and then we're gonna end this. Tina's, you got an NFL hot take.
I do have one actually, and I've been saying this one for a while. The Giants will do better than the Cowboys. I love their defense.
I don't know.
I love their receiving core. I think honestly they might.
like
I
it.
can see them being third place. I really do, especially with the QB role and the leadership they have, especially for rookies like Malik Neighbors. You got Abdul Carter and Dexter Lawrence, who literally. I am excited to see that duo. That arguably might be one of the best pass pressuring defenses we might see coming into next season. I
So,
will be
Peter,
honest.
you got the Cowboys coming in last.
Absolutely.
Irish, all right.
Common.
Trent, got one?
Yeah, the Saints are gonna fuck somebody's playoff season up.
You know what? You're one smart man, Coach Common. You're one smart man. I love that. That's great.
Now, no bullshit. Somebody's gonna need a win to get in. Their opponent's gonna be the Saints, and the Saints are gonna beat them. And fuck.
So you think Spencer Rattler is actually going to do decent in a football game? I love it.
I listen. Is bad and is underrated and under what's the word I'm looking for? Under the radar, the Saints are. Nobody's paying them any attention. Nothing. They're not paying them.
I do see that, especially when you're talking about a team like the Saints. Like most teams are going to probably play a little bit mediocre, and coaches aren't going to like that.
And I somebody in December needing a win to get in, and I see their opponent being the Saints, and I see the Saints winning that game, fucking up somebody's play future.
Adrian, what's your hot take?
I'm gonna go with Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons. Actually, make the playoffs and possibly could knock off the Bucks If not, they could finish second and still make the playoffs. So give me Michael Penix and the Falcons making the playoffs. Write it down. I said it first.
I like it. I like it. I like Penix. I like
Golf
his
claps for you, good
chances
stuff.
this year.
Nice one.
That's my hot
Y'all,
take.
this was the
That-
first actual live that Not Moved has done. We appreciate you guys tapping in for real, for real. Appreciate you guys coming on. We had to work out some little kinks. It's only gonna get better. As I've been sitting here, I've been looking through some stuff and figuring some stuff out. But
Maybe
sky's the
next
limit.
time I figure out how to turn on my camera.
What?
I said next time I'll figure out how to turn on my camera.
It's all a work in process. Oh, Southgate.
Yeah, we'll have this working out.
I might
really
even
well.
learn how to speak English by the time the third episode comes.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm doing something. I'm almost done. All right, Joe. I'll see you on the other side.
All right, guys.
Love y'all.
And on purpose.
Go Broncos.
Hey, go Chiefs.
Go Baltimore, baby.
Black
Go
and
Daniel Jones.
black and yellow. Peace.
Hey,
Love that.
Hey, shout out to Eric. Eric in the chat. Appreciate you, bub. Yeah, we'll be on. We're gonna do this at least once a week, man. This was just that
I like
rough
it.
go,
I
man.
love it. I'm excited.
I'm gonna have it
especially as the
figured out
season
later. Where
continues.
we're on like literally every platform, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm not playing around. We're gonna be blasted, and I want to get
I'm excited for the season.
everybody that we can up on here, man. I've been tapping into other ones while we've been going live and watching them, seeing what they're doing, and they're literally talking the exact same divisions, the exact same thing, bro. I went over there. I'm serious, dude. I've been on my phone listening and watching, and it is literally the AFC West and North, bro. I'm not even lying.
People just love being like us, huh?
I'm just saying.
Aye.
Yup. Hey, Nelson, we got this too. We are a podcast, my guy. We're in the works. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the other side, bro.
Hey, yo, I think we gotta get bags up here next time.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah,
definitely
we
want
definitely
bags
need
up
to get
here.
bags up
We
here.
got to get bags.
Yeah,
I want to
we-
bring some other ones up here next time. I think we should go and move on to some NFC and just bounce back and forth. NFC, AFC, or something.
You know
like
what we
that.
should do next week, actually? NFC North and AFC South.
We just did AFC North.
AFC South, NFC North.
Oh yeah. Okay.
NFC North.
Yeah.
I feel like that one will be a little bit more interesting because you're talking about more of the underling teams on one side, and you also have obviously everybody's gonna love the NFC North. I mean, you gotta talk when you're talking about competition in the NFC. It's literally that's right in the alley.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, sounds good.
All right, boys.
100%. I love to hear y'all talk hot takes next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, love y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.
Purpose.